was kickstarted immediately we came on board. But for the GIP, which is a combination of mechanization and other components, was 6 years in the making. In fact, as a member of the Senate Committee on Agriculture, I had cause to work on the approval for the loan portfolio for that program. And I found myself now, as the City Minister of State, having to handle that subject. What is the difference? In the past, the mechanization programs by politicians is we go and buy 200 tractors, 100 tractors. They bring 20, 30 and display and they say they give to this. That's the end. You don't see anything. But the difference here, and maybe I may now jump into the question by the correspondent about what is happening in the state when the governor procured tractors. And through the instrument of the special purpose vehicle, Niger Foods, they are revolutionizing agriculture by going into production. Now, we realized our mechanization level in this country is about 0.27 horsepower per hectare, as against an African average of 1.7, and the global average of 2.5 horsepower per hectare. Which means if you take a hectare is about a football field. You should be able to, what is the level of mechanization you are using to do your operation? That's what that figure is talking about. And right now, and I'm sure speaking here in Kano, there are many farmers who are suffering that issue. When they plant so many hectares and they are not able to harvest in good time, immediately rains come, they lose. So to do all of these things, right now we are bringing in harvesters. So this mechanization program I'm talking about is not just tractors, including combined harvesters. And that's why if you go into the wheat producing area in Jigawa and Kano and many of the 11 or 16 wheat producing states, combined harvesters are now being worked. What you see in other countries before are now here. So the point I want to make to you is that we are not just saying it. As we speak, more than 600 or thereabouts of these hectares, tractors that have been ordered, have been delivered. And they are in Abuja. But the difference is that instead of carrying this thing and giving it to farmers and creating a favor, I know you all kind of thing, no, we want to do a program that will bring that benefit directly. So the design is that each of the production centers, right now we are having food security challenge. So our priority is to look at the food security areas. So our food security crops currently, which is a food for everybody across from Lagos down to Kano or Maiduguri or whichever further part of the country. We know them. Wheat, rice, maize, cassava, beans. These are all common foods across all of the parts of the country. Now, in the production, how do we support farmers? So our intention is to look at the high production areas, bring in these mechanization service centers, and farmers, like I said, will either have the two options. Either it is sold to you based on market value that is subsidized by government, but most importantly, tied to production. That is the difference. And that's why we're interested in the data that